In this video, we're going to test coding capabilities of o3-mini model, that too for free in VS Code using Cline. OpenAI has just released o3-mini model, and this is direct competitor of DeepSeek because o3-mini is so far the most cost-effective reasoning model by OpenAI. It costs around $1.1 per million input tokens and $4.4 per million output tokens, which is half of the price of GPT-4o, and of course it is massively cheaper than o1, which is like $15 per million input tokens and $60 per million output tokens. So OpenAI's aim is clear. They want to beat DeepSeek in pricing, but I think still there's a long way to go to beat DeepSeek in pricing because DeepSeek R1 is still far cheaper than OpenAI's o3-mini. You can access o3-mini and o3-mini High in ChatGPT if you have a plus plan, which is $20, or a pro plan, which is like $200. In $20 plan, you can only have like 150 requests a day, but in plus plan, you can actually access o3-mini and o3-mini High unlimited. To test the coding capabilities of o3-mini in Visual Studio, make sure that you have installed VS Code locally on your computer. Just come to this URL, which is code.visualstudio.com, and just download it for Windows if you're using Windows, or for Mac if you're using Mac or Linux. Once you have downloaded and installed VS Code, just open it simply. After you open VS Code, just log into your GitHub Copilot account. After that, just go to Extensions tab and make sure you download and install this Cline VS Code plugin. After you do that, it will actually show this Cline icon here. Next thing, just go to Settings tab, and inside Settings, just go to API Provider, and inside API Provider, just choose VS Code LM API. And from this drop down, just choose o3-mini model. If you have logged in into your GitHub Copilot account, o3-mini is free to use, and of course with a very limited usage. Of course, I have already just created an empty next.js project. I'm running this project locally. This is how it looks like right now. Let's just create some basic app to test coding capabilities of o3-mini. You can see right here, LLM that I have selected is o3-mini. Let's build a basic finance tracker app. Let's just give it a command and see how it will actually create a finance tracker app for us. Create a finance tracker app for me. I have already created an empty next.js project. Please just create a finance tracker app. Also modify the main page of my app. Remove the demo content from this main page. So let's just give it, this is the directory of my main page, which is source/app/page.tsx. So let's just like give it like kind of an idea. By the way, to use that text to speech option, you can simply just press Windows key on your keyboard and then press H, and it will actually automatically pop up. After that, let's just click enter and see how it creates that. So right now it is sending that request, and context window right now is 128k. I think that's the maximum limit. All right, it is creating code. There are some errors. Let's see. Okay, so it says task completed. All right, see new changes. Okay, let me just go to terminal back and let me just run my project once again. npm run dev and see. Let me just open my project once again. There is an failed to compile. Okay, you're importing a component that needs use state. Okay, fine. Yeah, so it is not actually using that use state. Fine. All right. Let's just give it that copy paste from here. It should fix that error now. So far so good. I mean, I can see like it is a faster model comparatively. All right, cool. It has created this basic finance tracker application. Let's just like try to like make it more advanced. Let me just copy this error that we have just faced. Let me just paste that here. Comparatively, I see like it's a bit faster, and of course we are using it for free. All right, so I gave that error to it, and now it shows this is the client page content. This is the client rendered content. Let's just give that error back to it. Now when I open my page on localhost, this is what it shows. It should show a proper finance tracker app. All right. So far, actually, it is whatever error I faced, it has resolved those errors, which is good. And it is fast. It is efficient. But that's what we need. Still, like, should we have this combo of Cline plus o3-mini instead of having Cursor? I don't think so. Cursor is still like far ahead. All right, let's just add a transaction. Yeah, cool. So it is actually adding a transaction. So yeah, o3-mini works good with Cline. It writes good code. It is really smart when it comes to like fixing errors. You can use it with Cline inside VS Code if you don't want to like pay for Cursor. But still, like, I mean, you'll have to, if you really want to like use it for your regular projects, you'll still have to like pay for that API key, because this API key that we can access with GitHub Copilot free version, so that is still limited. So if you like use it actually, so you'll have to like top up on OpenAI and then use that API key. It will still cost you, because the cost for input tokens and output tokens is, it's like output tokens is actually I think $4 per million tokens. So yeah, So it is still like you're gonna, at the end of the month, if you use O3 using Cline or using any of these kind of like third-party extensions in VS Code, cost will still reach to like $20. So you can either use Cursor or use Cline. But just to test, you can test it with Cline. You can use it for free. You can see the quality of code. You can see if there is any difference between Claude 3.5 or maybe like DeepSeek, or you can just like see the difference between performance. But I really found like some really good performance. I have used like DeepSeek R1 for coding with Cline, and it works fine. But yeah, I mean, o3-mini also works fine as well. So when it comes to like writing code, I think it is almost equal to DeepSeek R1, but DeepSeek R1 is still better comparatively. That makes less errors. So this was it about today's video. If you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe this YouTube channel. Our goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers before 30th of June 2025. I see you next video. Bye bye.